Hello everyone, welcome back and thanks for joining me for another reading. So of course this is going to be your 2022 January energy forecast for the twin flame soul connections out there. So of course this is not going to be everyone's reading. If it does resonate with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And if not, as always, feel free to check my channel for other messages you might need to hear. And remember, time, energy, and gender are fluid, so reverse roles however they apply to your storyline. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you can catch future readings. So, of course, my lovely subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thank you to those of you who have been supporting me and reaching out to me, sharing your love and your energy with me this holiday season. I hope that all of you have enjoyed this holiday, whatever it is that you celebrate with your loved ones, or for those of you who have just decided to rock the holidays alone this year and keep the peace within. I respect that. So whatever you did this holiday season, I hope it was a great one, a memorable one, a peaceful one. And I hope that you guys all were able to at least connect with those that you love, even if it was over a FaceTime or a phone call. So anyways, you guys, if you're new to the channel and you are just stumbling upon this video for the first time, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. So be sure to check the description box below for all of my social media links and all of the other ways that you can connect with me online. I love hearing from you guys, and especially to those of you, like I said, who have been supporting my small business this holiday season. It means a lot to me. And thank you for those of you who have placed orders and who are currently still waiting on private readings. I have been slowly ticking down the long list that I have of you guys' requests for the month of December, and I'm making my way through slowly but surely. So if you are one of the ones waiting, then thank you so much for your patience, like I said, and just know that I have not forgotten any one of you. And again, I love you guys so much. So let's get into it. I'm really excited about this month's forecast, seeing as we are starting the new year with a new moon on January 2nd. So as we move through New Year's Eve and into New Year's Day, we'll be experiencing a waning crescent moon, which is a great time to reflect, right? So as we are preparing our manifestations and moving forward to a brand new year, we are going to be looking into the energy of none other than divine feminine and divine masculine. So again, remember that some of y'all might be watching this video to find out what's going on with your person, right? But some of you might also be watching this video to find out what's going on within yourselves, which that is exactly what this journey is all about. So if you do resonate with the twin flame labels, remember that the most important part of the twin flame journey is you and your spiritual growth, right? This isn't so much about being with someone in the physical as it is understanding that you are whole and complete all on your own, right? And so remembering that separation is an illusion, that you cannot be separate from that which you are. Hopefully just that fact brings peace and clarity to some of y'all watching this video, because I know that there are those of you out there who feel separate from your person, whether you are physically separated or sitting across the room, but feeling separated. Everyone's situation is different, right? So again, take what resonates with you in this reading, leave the rest behind, never force a reading to fit. But again, this reading is meant to pick up on the collective energy of divine masculine and divine feminine. So whether you resonate with the feminine or the masculine message, again, just remember those roles can flip-flop throughout your spiritual journey, okay? So let's get into it. So we're going to start out with the numerology deck, and I'm excited. I've just got this deck actually a couple of weeks ago, and I really enjoy reading from this deck. Actually, it's very intuitive. So what does Spirit want us to know about the divine masculine and divine feminine in the month of January, please? What is the energy that we need to see for the divine masculine, please? What is the energy we need to see for the masculine? So we have synchronicity and completion. Wow, this is a really powerful energy to start out the year. So again, talking about this last couple of days of December being a time of reflection and rest, looking back over the year, everything that we have completed, everything that we have done and gone through, right? Some of us have been through a really rough time this past year and even the year before. And so as we are embarking on the new year, the masculine is noticing lots of synchronicities, starting to maybe see some patterns that have been repeating, which are finally allowing them to close out certain chapters, involving karmic cycles, okay? So completion, this is the energy of the world, someone who has learned the lessons, who understands and has gone through a bit of an awakening. So the masculine's picking up on these synchronicities and noticing maybe where certain doors need to be closed before they can move forward and embark on something new. So I love all of this purple and pink energy here too, which tells me that the divine masculine is really opening up their third eye, and they're going to be open to the divine plan. Okay. So when I see synchronicity as well, I think of the fact that everything is synchronistic, okay? Nothing happens by chance. And the masculine is starting to see how they are a part of this divine plan. So keeping that crown chakra and third eye open during the month of January, this is a really great energy to start the year. So let's see what Spirit wants us to see or what they want us to know about the feminine. Wow, so lots of blue energy here too, but we're moving in with this pink as well. So we know that the divine feminine is always connected to the divine source, right? Always with that third eye open, listening to her intuition and just being open to that synchronistic divine timing concept. But not only is she in tune with that, but she communicates that, right? That is her truth, and she speaks that unapologetically. So with Follow Your Dreams and healing, January is going to be a time where the feminine is truly stepping into her power and speaking her truth, not letting anyone hold her back from following her dreams, from getting what it is that she wants. But it is going to require being open and honest about the things that need to be healed. So for some of you feminines, again, you've probably been through a lot in 2021 involving your twin flame journey. And for some of you, the twin flame journey could just be a blip on the map compared to some of the hardship that you've experienced. But you're no longer allowing any of those things to keep you trapped in your trauma, okay? You're speaking what it is that needs to be healed, because without doing so, you know that you can't move to the next level. So once again, we have the feminine just a couple of steps ahead of the masculine here, where the masculine's now becoming awakened and aware of the cycles that need to end. The feminine has already closed out these cycles. Now she needs to focus on that healing energy, fixing what it is that triggers her and learning how to act accordingly, right? Because your dreams can't be followed if you're still trying to heal from the past. So I do feel like the start of the year for the feminine is going to be really important for those of you who are resonating with this, to just continue to speak your truth and go after all the things that you know that you have been manifesting, that you deserve, and that you've been waiting for. So what is the mutual energy for the twin flames? We have creativity. I think that's so funny because this is that solar plexus energy. This is where the chakra system meets for twin flames, okay? So creativity. I feel as if both twins are being open to creating a new future and having the courage, the willpower, the strength to push forward. It's also a card of confidence. So remember, y'all, if you are in the process of wanting to create something new, it's not so much about the finished product as it is about the energy that you experience while you are in that creative energy, that flow and that that confident, bold energy that both of y'all need to be on the same page. Kind of feel like there's a little bit of a rising up happening here. And again, the word confidence just keeps coming to my head. So once more, feminine is leading the way and lighting the path, following her dreams. The masculine can't help but to say, okay, that energy that they're feeling, that they're being drawn to their feminine right now, it's kind of like lighting a fire under their ass, metaphorically, okay? So let's get into the divine masculine energy and talk about what's going on consciously and in their heart space in the month of January, please. How is the masculine going to be thinking and feeling about the feminine? So we literally have the Empress and the Five of Wands. So I feel as if the masculine is fully aware of the Empress and who the Empress is to them, right? Empress is the divine feminine. She's sensual, she's smart, she's savvy, she's abundant, she's emotionally intelligent. She's got it all, right? She's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss United States. Okay, that's the energy here. She doesn't need to chase because she is all that she needs. And with the Five of Wands here, this is talking about a conflict. So I think for some of you out there who have been in conflict with your masculines, they're fully aware of that. And I think that what's happening for them, it's causing a little bit of a frustration and an anger to rise up within them, because in their heart, they already know that the feminine is who she is. They don't want this aggressive energy. They don't want this distortion between the two of you. But the problem is sometimes this Five of Wands can signify options or having multiple parties involved. So I kind of feel as if it's not just about what's going on between the masculine and the feminine. There are other parties that are involved that are causing chaos, okay? And you can see all these wands flying off in different directions. It's almost like I'm hearing the phrase like too many cooks in the kitchen. So this masculine could be dealing with argumentative family members. Okay, we've been talking about this. Moving through the holidays, the divine masculine is feeling left out in the cold. That was the concept of the last reading I did. So again, dealing with this aggressive, combative type argumentative energy. They could be arguing with a karmic partner right now, or this could just be an internal struggle, knowing who you are to them, knowing what they need to do, but needing to maybe tie up some loose ends or find their way through a certain level of chaos, okay? So talking about completing cycles, like I said, they're fully aware of who you are to them. And these extra energies that they're dealing with could be just that. Experiencing this energy over and over again could be that synchronicity that they needed drilled into their brains before they could finally make forward progress, okay? So let's talk about how the masculine is viewing the feminine in the 3D currently. How do they see the feminine? They see the feminine as the Lovers, and the Lovers came up in reverse. So we know that the Lovers is all about a divinely guided twin flame soul connection. Okay, something that is spiritually guided, something that is synchronistic. But it's also about choosing love, right? Or having a choice in love. So once more, the masculine could be seeing the feminine as someone they've been divinely guided to, but knowing that they needed to choose the feminine and they didn't. Okay, so seeing the feminine in this energy of the Lovers in the reverse, it's almost like that feeling of being robbed, right? Having it all, or knowing that you could have it all with someone, but for some reason the wrong choice was made. Okay, regardless of why that is, regardless of why your masculine chose someone else, or you feel like you weren't chosen, doesn't matter the reason. The fact is that they already see the feminine as their missed opportunity, as the one person that they've been guided towards. But unfortunately, if that is the case where you were not chosen or you feel that way, again, regardless of circumstances, then the masculine knows that this has also been a very difficult choice for you as well. Some of you have turned your backs on the masculine and begun to heal from the separation and follow your dreams in a new path, maybe choosing a new person, a soulmate. Okay, and the masculine sees this. They're watching the feminine and they know that this was like their destined person, the one, and you slipped through their fingers because they were busy dealing with this chaos over here. Okay, so let's talk about their likely actions for the month of January. So I have the Chariot. Wow, this is a great energy as well. You know, typically you see the Chariot as just kind of setting in place, needing to come to a place of balance and an understanding before moving forward. But this Chariot is flying through the air over mountains, okay? You know, the masculine wants to move at light speed right now. They're wanting to sail over any obstacles and they intend to move things forward passionately. The Chariot is also Cancerian energy. So this is also something we've been picking up on as well. The masculine craves a happy home life, right? And that's what Cancerian is all about. Cancerian energy. It's home and health. And I'm pretty sure that this collective is hoping that they can make progress a lot quicker than it's been made in the past. So for some of you, this could be your masculine is wanting to kind of sail over or like gloss over their obstacles or like kind of have a little bit of an escapist mentality in the month of January. So for some of you, your masculines could be kind of skirting responsibilities or skirting over some sort of obstacle and like moving forward anyway. So just be careful of that energy too, because sometimes when we ignore our responsibilities or our commitments, we tend to make things harder for ourselves down the line. So feminines, if your masculine is coming towards you in a passionate energy in January, coming in to make things right, coming in to talk, whatever it is, make sure that you're using your discernment, okay? And to remember to stay with your boundaries. You don't want someone coming in your direction that's in a distorted energy or in a Seven of Swords type of an energy, right? But again, that's just for some of you. That's not for everyone. So what I see here is, like I said, masculine is intending to make forward progress in the month of January. So let's talk about their desired outcome here. Desired outcome is the Princess of Cups. So not only are they wanting to make forward progress, their desire is to finally reveal how they feel, okay? Not necessarily in a big, grandiose type of a way, but I love that we have this Piscean energy. Page of Cups, usually we have the fish in the cup. We know also that Jupiter is also in Pisces now, which is going to be a very dreamy type energy, which is also kind of why I thought of that escapist type mentality earlier. That could also be something that comes up. But overall, this masculine would like to apologize. They would like to talk. They would like to say how they feel, and they'd like to start something new, okay? This is a very childlike energy as well. So we're talking about the home and health aspect of the Cancerian energy. So the Princess of Cups could actually represent a child. This could be their desires to like have a child, have a baby girl. And it could be, like I said, a variation of those things, depending on who you are watching. But Princess of Cups is a message of love, okay? This is what they desire. the masculine has always desired love, but the problem is that when they've been so focused on dealing with all of this conflict, they haven't been able to love themselves. They've been watching the feminine from afar, knowing exactly who they are to the masculine, but not doing anything about it because there's so much going on in their mind and their internal environment. So what's going on behind the scenes for the masculine? Temperance, Sagittarian energy. So again, we're talking about this balance, this need to be patient, to trust in divine timing, the synchronicity energy we talked about at the beginning. So masculine is learning lessons in having faith in the divine to orchestrate behind the scenes and align them with what they know is meant for them. So maybe this masculine has been really patient, has been holding themselves back in a sense and just waiting for things to align. Because again, if they're dealing with a lot of conflict, then for all you know, feminine, this masculine could just be simply trying to dodge bullets left and right. Okay, so whatever your person is going through specifically, or again, if you're watching this for your own inner masculine, the conflict has kept them from moving forward, but their desire is to move forward. Okay, so eventually they know things are going to align and that they will be able to finally complete whatever's been holding them back. Okay, that is what they've been patient for. So what is their challenge? Wow, so we talked about the world energy with the completion card, the number 9 too, signifying how close they are to that completion. So their challenge here is to end something, right? Is to finally be done and to let something go and move on from it so that they can then move to the next level of healing and finally following their own dreams. So the world could also be, for some of you, this could be like a challenge to drive a long distance or travel a long distance, because this could be like a worldwide travel type of a situation, or just in general, like communication. So their challenge could be to communicate their needs when it comes to completing a cycle. And that could also be kind of their downfall, right? Just kind of waiting for things to align sometimes is not always the best. Sometimes we do need to take inspired action. But again, that energy of creativity here is brewing underneath the surface for both masculine and feminine in January. So it's only a matter of time before this chariot moves forward and this person finally is able to speak their truth. So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck for the masculine in the recent past. Yeah, so we have the Ace of Swords also coming up in the reverse, which just kind of tells me, in the past, your masculine may not have provided much clarity at all. Maybe they didn't even have the clarity themselves. But this is someone who is not speaking their truth, okay? And not necessarily lying per se, but omission is still a lie. So I think this person has maybe been ignoring messages from their higher self, maybe getting these synchronistic messages and putting them on the back burner, knowing that they need to complete a major cycle before they can truly speak their truth, speak their feelings, okay? So this has been quite a lot for the masculine to hold back, especially if they're feeling all of this internal conflict, if they're dealing with other people. You don't know, this person could be having people just like combative with them, trying to deter them from going after what they truly want or from ending something. And during the holidays, y'all, family. Some of y'all may have some really great families, but there are some really fucked up, manipulative ass, abusive family type dynamics out there. And unfortunately, some of these divine masculines are really going through it this holiday season, like I said in the last video. So let's get into the feminine energy and see what's going on consciously and in the heart space. So we have the Emperor and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So I almost feel as if, feminine, you're fully aware that the masculine is going through this dark night of the soul energy, or dealing with coming into their divine masculine energy. And for some of you, you could be looking at your masculine right now and thinking to yourself, like, this masculine of mine is distorted, okay? This could be the complete opposite of the Emperor, someone who doesn't know how to take action or control in their lives. This could also represent someone who, again, is behaving in a distorted energy, maybe focusing too much on the physicality, or this could be someone who is just focused on the wrong things, right? So with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse too, I think that a lot of you feminines are starting to heal from that feeling of feeling left out, pushed out, shut out, betrayed, abandoned, left to pick up the pieces. I think you're just finally just coming to that point where you're like accepting, hey, you know, my masculine isn't ready right now. My masculine is dealing with things in their life. So you could be viewing this masculine or feeling like they're in a distorted energy as you pick up the pieces of your own life. But again, distorted or not, feminine is also aware that their divine counterpart could also be picking up the pieces in their own world. So again, that feeling of acceptance and healing from that, maybe understanding not to take it personally and accepting that this is all a part of the journey and just kind of taking it all with a grain of salt, right? Not being too attached to the outcome, just kind of allowing things to flow. And that's a good place to be. So how are you viewing the masculine in the month of January, feminine? So you have a lot coming out now. So the Devil, the Hermit, and the Ten of Pentacles, all in the reverse. So it's almost like you are seeing things for exactly how they are, feminine. You know that your masculine has been quiet, has ghosted you. They've been dealing with codependency, toxicity, and in general, maybe just feeling chained and tied down to this long-term committed connection that they've been involved in. So for a lot of you watching this, you already know that your divine masculine is married in a long-term commitment, or in some sort of a family dynamic that involves some sort of like large family inheritance even. So like you're watching your masculine and you're viewing them trying to keep up this physical facade, and you know that it's not real. Okay, you know that that's exactly what it is. It's fake. You see the masculine going into their shell and ghosting because they still need to deal with the devil in a sense. All right. Maybe it might seem like this masculine has it all in the physical, but deep down, they are trying to come out of this place that they've been in where they've let other people control or dictate to them what they could do or how they could feel or who they could be with. So this long staircase going up into the brain of the devil is just very symbolic here. It's almost like maybe some of you feminines could be even having dreams or visions or just a knowing of what's going on and realizing just how trapped your masculine is. Okay, so again, if you feel that way, you're seeing these things, it would make sense for you to start picking up the pieces and healing and moving towards a new path, right? So for those of you who that is resonating with, let's see how you're intending to move forward in the month of January. What are your intended actions moving forward? So Queen of Wands, I'm just going to read through it, okay? Queen of Wands, you're intending to continue to follow your passion, all right? You're standing up and being bold and assertive in a very sexy energy, okay? The Queen of Wands is Witchy-Woo, making her dreams a reality, okay? We also have the Three of Wands. So again, a lot of you feminines have been waiting for these ships to come in. You've been waiting for this communication. You've been just kind of sitting there like wondering when the manifestations are going to finally start coming into the physical. You've been very patient. But I think too, this could signify you almost getting ready to, again, go off in your own direction and start manifesting something new. And that's maybe not for everyone, but with the Queen of Swords here, just kind of seals the deal, okay? It's like, stick a fork in me, I'm done type energy. Queen of Swords doesn't take no shit. She's got her hand up in the air like, not today, Satan, okay? She's got her sword ready to stab somebody. She's not playing any games. So the Queen of Swords is very particular with how she communicates because she doesn't want to entertain anyone who isn't on her level. She is an intellectual. She's very wise and thoughtful, and she just she doesn't entertain anyone who doesn't match her energy. So she's quick to cut people off. She's cold, cutting, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. And the Wheel of Fortune here in the reverse, the Two of Wands in the reverse. I just feel like, you guys are really ready to turn your luck around, right? Maybe you know that this is destiny, but also you're like, now is not the time. You're recognizing that. Even though you've decided to go on this path, maybe you've been on the twin flame journey for a long time, you're understanding and accepting things as they are, okay? You know that even though you've made this decision, and even though it might be destined, it doesn't necessarily mean that the time is right. So again, I feel a lot of this walking away energy and standing up in your power, feminine, understanding like you are the one that's capable of creating your environment. You don't have to entertain anyone who isn't vibing with you or is staying in situations or staying stuck in something when you know deep down they're not happy. You can see what's going on, intuitively. So why are you going to stick around for something that isn't progressing? Okay, and that's how I see the Wheel of Fortune too. It's like you want to progress, you want this connection to move forward, you want happiness and success and fortune with your partner, and you want these two pathways to finally intersect where you can be together and be on the same page. But unfortunately, until that happens, you kind of have no choice, right? You have no choice but to stand up for yourself and keep your own boundaries. And for some of you, you will continue to be patient with your masculine and look forward to the future, to when your paths finally do cross again. And that's totally fine. But in the meantime, you're not going to let that stop you from following your passion, from following your desire, from making connections with other people who are on your level. Okay, so let's talk about the behind the scenes for you. What's going on with you that your person isn't aware of? Queen of Pentacles. So you're very focused on your coin right now and your abundance. You are focused on, like I said, bringing the dreams, bringing all of the things that are going on in your mind that you've been trying to manifest with the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords energy, but you're bringing it into the physical. You're physically birthing a new reality for yourself. Some of you could be very nurturing, kind, loving mothers, okay? But also, this could, for some of you, be a controlling mother in your life. Okay, so some of you might have some sort of a mother figure, or some sort of a feminine energy that controls finances, or that even contributes, depending on your story. But this could also be signifying point blank that you are protected in the physical world. Maybe you have someone looking after you in the physical world who will be there for you to back you up physically if you need. So again, a couple different storylines coming through, but since this is the behind the scenes energy, what your person doesn't know about you is that you're not just some sexy woman who speaks her mind. You're also someone that's capable of calling in that abundance, of being that energy of someone who can take care of themselves, who could be a real stable partner. Okay, so they may not see that about you just yet, or they may not know that about you just yet, but that is exactly what you are becoming. Okay, so let's talk about your challenge. What is your challenge for January? Oh my gosh. So that was like 100 cards. I'm going to put it back and I'm going to shuffle again. What is your challenge for the month of January? And we had a chunk fall out anyways. Every time I say that's too many and I shuffle again, pretty much the same amount of cards ends up coming out. All right, so we have the Four of Wands in the reverse, Five of Wands. You know, I don't even know what's reverse and what's not. I'm just going to read the cards for what they are. Oh my gosh. So you have the Lovers coming out again too. So Four of Wands is twin flame union. This is stability, it's marriage, it's celebration and success. So your challenge here is, I'm pretty sure this is what you desire. You want to come into union. Maybe it's always been a struggle for you. Maybe you've not ever had a stable relationship before where you could truly count on your partner, where things were balanced. But, you know, also with the Five of Wands coming out again, I think you're going through your own challenges, and maybe this could be you picking up on the energy of your twin. But again, only you will know what your struggle is. So with the World coming out also, a lot of repetitive energy here. So again, your challenge could be all about like waiting on your person, right? Your person is the one that needs to complete certain cycles at this point. You could still need to as well, but since we are focused here on this same energy that's coming out for the masculine, it's almost like you guys are mirroring one another. So keep in mind, if there is any sort of cycle that needs to be completed for you, remember, when you work on yourself, when you work on your own life, that's when things fall together in the masculine's life. That's when things start to align and become divinely aligned, right? You're divinely leveling up on someone else's level. You are becoming a vibrational match to what you're calling in. So with this completion energy, I do feel like maybe some of you are struggling to move on because you deep down know that it's still not over between you and your masculine. So for some of you, you could just be struggling to close that door, which is understandable. But with Justice coming in here, I think you're also fully aware that no matter what happens, justice is going to be served. Everything is going to all balance out for the good of all, okay? So maybe that's been a struggle for you too, being able to trust that everything was going to work out in your favor, maybe hoping that your divine masculine would get their justice, or hoping that they would get divorced or separated, as this does talk about that energy as well. But with the Lovers coming up here too, I think that you understand that no matter what happens, your job is to continue to choose love and choose to be of that energy, right? Calling in what you are, being a vibrational match to your person, your twin flame, okay? So I think all of this has been a little bit challenging for you because you already know that you and your person have been divinely guided towards one another. You've just been waiting on these scales to balance and your person to finally complete this cycle of aggression and argumentative nature and dealing with all these different energies that are combative or trying to battle them. And all of these things have been standing in the way of the one thing that you truly want, which is union, right? You want to come into union with your person. So I feel too like if you are resonating with the twin flame labels, you already know that twin flames are like destined to be together, right? But if your twin flame is acting in a distorted energy, then like I said, the timing might not be right at this moment. That doesn't necessarily mean that it won't ever be. So as you contemplate and reflect, as we move into the new year, think about maybe ways that you are still holding the door open for that distorted energy. And we talked about this in the last reading. If you are going to entertain the distorted energy, then you're essentially calling more of that energy back into your life. If you're going to hold the door open for your masculine when they're behaving in a distorted energy, aka, entertaining you, but also staying in a marriage or trying to have their cake and eat it too. Whatever this is for you, if you're going to hold the door open for that energy and be afraid to close out the past, then union will continue to evade you. Because as you hold the door open to the distorted energy of your divine masculine, so too will they hold the door open to that distorted energy of aggression and opinions of others that hold them back and keep them stuck. Okay, they will continue to hold the door open for their karmic partners and people who have already shown them time and time again what love is not. Okay, so you talk about how, some of you might be saying, well, why can't they see that they're with the wrong person? Like, how many times do they have to learn the lesson? Well, how many times do you need to learn the lesson that it's not okay and it's not a divine feminine energy to hold the door open for someone who would entertain you in a third party? Okay, or who would not choose you or make the effort towards you or communicate with you. You wouldn't do that. Okay, and just because they're your twin flame, it doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter what their label is. Holding the door open to someone who is giving you nothing but distorted energy is going to continue to keep you blocked from moving forward and following those dreams of yours. So sometimes we need to close the door to the past, even though we don't want to, in order to experience everything that we've been asking for. So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck for the recent past energy. Damn, my eye is itching like crazy. So we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So similar to what I was saying before, if you are putting your energy out there and you're not getting that in return, or if you're in a situation where you're being entertained while someone is also entertaining someone else, you are going to call in that imbalanced energy into your life and invite more and more confusion and distortion to just basically destroy your peace, okay? We're not accepting any of this imbalanced energy in 2022, my friends. We're not accepting any of this distortion or breadcrumbing or benching or whatever the fuck terms that there are these days, okay? We are only choosing to love those who love us, okay? We're choosing to pour into those who pour into us. And when I say love those that love us, obviously, being the energy of love, you radiate that to everyone, whether they realize it or not, whether you realize it or not. What I'm saying is we're not putting effort into anyone that isn't putting the equal effort back into us, period. Because if we're going to do that and we're going to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to pour all my love into you, but you just only give me whatever it is you feel like you have left over from your previous relationship and we're good. Like, no, that is not a fair deal. And so feminines, I think that's been a major theme for you in 2021 is recognizing your worth and understanding where you've put in too much effort and not gotten it back when you so deserved it. So by accepting all of these things and by finally seeing, okay, even though my divine masculine is who he is, he's in an energy that I cannot entertain within the boundaries that I have set in place for my peace. So you close the door. And you hope, right? You hope that maybe the wheel will turn again in the future and you'll see that person again, or you'll connect with that person and cross those paths that we talked about. But if you're clinging to what they are now, how can you expect them to show up as the person that you know they could be? So stop seeing someone for their potential, basically, and accept them for who they are and be willing to walk away or shut the door if it is not in line with your boundaries. So let's get some clarity on the divine masculine's situation. What's going on in their external environment? So we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So this is literally talking about a marriage, okay, or a committed connection, spiritual beliefs. In the reverse, I think what's happening is, and we've been seeing this for a while, For some of you, your masculines could literally be going through a divorce, dealing with a lot of arguments right now, expanding their spiritual beliefs and recognizing maybe the traditions that they were raised in are not ideal for what it is that they truly want any longer. So let's see what else is happening for the divine masculine. The broomstick, home and hearth, that chariot energy we were talking about, sweeping away issues and clearing old energy. So, I was picking up before on that, skirting their issues. Now I'm hearing the term sweeping things under the rug. So again, use your discernment. Maybe this masculine could be just trying to shove all the skeletons in their closet real quick so that they can come with a message, but knowing they still have a lot of cleaning up to do behind the scenes, right? Clearing old energy, and the word escape here as well, freedom to fly. So these masculines are clearing away old karmic cycles, okay? Getting rid of the stuck and stagnant energy that's keeping them from completing these cycles. So let's get one more card for what's going on in their physical environment. The wishing well. So I feel like this masculine has been wishing and hoping and praying that things will turn out right for them. They already know who their empress is. They've been wishing for their empress. This could also be a very emotional energy as well, okay? Hidden things coming to light, cleansing energy, and the unconscious. So I think too, with that synchronicity card coming up, unconsciously this masculine's already aware of what they need to do, right? We've been saying that too. They're aware of what they need to do. It's the doing it that's the issue, because doing it could cause a lot of drama, emotional trauma, and things of that nature. So as they're moving through this energy of clearing away old karmic cycles, they could be even like fantasizing. And I'm picturing Snow White, okay, the traditional Snow White Disney movie, where she's singing by the well and she's wishing for the one that she loves to come and find her. So above all else, whatever the masculine's going through, it's like they're still wishing to be reunited with their feminine. So let's get some cards for the feminine's external situation. What's going on? The Devil in the reverse and the World. So Capricorn energy, we've got lots of Capricorn energy happening right now. It is thick out there, y'all. It's Capricorn season. Got a bunch of planets in Capricorn. Venus is retrograde in Capricorn. Like, so much is going on right now. So very serious energy, which is making sense with the Devil in the reverse. So I think that a lot of you feminines have already broke free of any restricting situations that have been keeping you stuck, okay? Maybe giving up on things that you're addicted to, or just releasing any attachments that you have of codependency, okay? This could also be you too. Look at this. It says obsession, lust, temptation. So for some of you, you could just be like finally letting go of like the obsession with the twin flame journey, right? Finally saying, I'm done obsessing over this person. I'm done feeling like I'm stuck with this person, and completing a cycle of your own within the journey, okay? Understanding that you are whole and complete with or without your attachment to your twin flame. Okay, recognizing that maybe you've been obsessing over this instead of focusing on you. Now you see the light and you're like, oh, snap. I'm already fulfilled. I'm already complete. I've already achieved so much, and I'm in union with myself. Okay, this is a major success. So for those of you who have felt like you've been battling the devil recently, you have reached a level of completion in your own right. Okay, so let's get one more for the feminine. One more for the feminine. What do we need to know? So we have 2. We have the tattoo and we have soulmates. So like I said, feminine, some of you could be going off in a new direction, discovering a new soulmate, okay? And soulmates come in all shapes and sizes. Some of you, this could be a friend that you've just recently connected with that feels like a member of your soul family. For some of you, this could be a new romantic interest, someone who wants to grow and evolve with you, right? Some of you might be drifting towards connections that feel more easy than anything you've experienced with your twin flame dynamic. So the tattoo is all about creativity and individualism, self-expression, artistry, strength, and conviction. And the soulmates card is about the connection of minds, mutual respect, unconditional love and understanding, being yourself, and trust. So like I said, for those of you who feel like you are out here in these streets trying to manifest a soulmate, those are the traits that you should be thinking of when you are calling in that person. Someone that you can trust, that you feel connected with, where there's a mutual respect, okay? So I feel like a lot of change is going to be happening here, especially with Mercury and Venus retrograde. So January might be a long and confusing month. So just remember to use your discernment, especially if there are people coming back around, trying to sneak their way back into your life. Trust your gut instinct, okay? Because now more than ever, the past is going to be resurrected and called to the front line to review. So themes surrounding relationships, money, and connection with others, partnerships, all of those things are going to be in review this month. So keep that in mind when you're calling in your soulmate, or again, manifesting your twin flame, whatever it is that you're doing. Focus on being realistic with your manifestations, okay? Especially since Jupiter and Pisces can sometimes put a little bit of an unrealistic expectation or glow on things. But overall, like I said, I feel like there's going to be a lot of growth. And with all of this completion energy, a lot of things are going to be being wrapped up so that there is room to welcome in the new and create a new life, a new world for yourself in 2022. So what's Spirit's advice moving forward? The marine life, which I always view as the 10 of Cups. And what flipped over? And speed. So I love how these 2 cards kind of came up in reverse, which obviously Oracle decks, you don't have to read cards in reverse, but it was symbolic for me because the 10 of Cups is the happy ending, the reunion, the happy life, family, dedicated connection, emotional fulfillment, but with speed happening in front of it and both being in reverse. It's like Spirit is telling you, don't worry about the rate at which your happy ending comes. It's not about how fast it comes to you. When you're trying to manifest it all, it's going to take time, right? And maybe for some of you, this could be saying, Spirit wants you to know that your happy ending is actually right around the corner. And you might be surprised at how fast it happens for you once you finally let go and close the door to the past, okay? So, very interesting. Let's go ahead and see what is the message from the Divine Feminine Energy Oracle. This could be messages to the Divine Masculine or from your higher self. So just take what resonates. So the first card we have out is I Am Love, and we were talking about being of that energy earlier. I am not my body, I'm not my mind, I am my soul. So recognizing and being connected to the source and I am worthy. So again, with that Six of Pentacles in reverse, worthiness was a big theme in 2021. And now you know your worth. Now you know what you're going to tolerate or not tolerate. Okay, you know when to draw the line. What else do we have from the Feminine Energy Oracle? I trust my intuition and my ability to manifest all that I desire. Exactly. Let's see what else we have. And I have faith that we will get it right in this lifetime. So a very hopeful energy and determined energy from the feminine. Let's see what is going on with the Divine Masculine Energy Oracle, which, by the way, y'all, this deck and the other deck too can be purchased in my shop, and that link is down below. So what else do we have for the Divine Masculine Energy Oracle messages? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have a bunch coming out over here, which I'm going to take the ones that came face up. Okay, so I just want to hold you in my arms. Oh, I understand how important this connection is. See, like I said, they already know who you are. They're just stuck dealing with all this BS. I'm completing an important cycle. Yes, yes, they are. I'm ready for a positive new beginning. 111. Your light still amazes me. How could I not love you? And my prayers are being answered and I am divinely guided. So a knowing, and we talked about that earlier, them being connected to the divine source, keeping their crown chakra open. They already know what is up, okay? They know they can't move forward unless they complete these cycles. And again, you're probably sitting there thinking how many times they have to complete that cycle. As long as it takes, okay? As long as it takes. So hopefully this reading resonated with someone out there. I know it was a little long, but it's been a minute. So hopefully you enjoyed the longer reading, and I will be also uploading a special members only area reading after this as well. So if you are not a member yet, please be sure to join. All of that information is down in the description box below. And you can also view my homepage and check out the membership page. So other than that, you guys, again, like I said, I hope you had a happy holiday, a wonderful new year. And I do hope that you find this video well. I love you guys, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.